Uhuru, fam. Uhuru. It's your boy Rastaman coming back at you one more time. Hey. So here we are. Okay. First, let's give honors to our ancestors who paved the way for us to be here in this light, in this time, in this day. Let's give homage to the great Mama. For those who know her as Mama Earth. Okay. And the vast omnipotence in which we dwell in. Ashe. So, got woken up. It's bright early in the morning. It's about 4 o'clock here. And notifications was going off left and right. So, seems like we got our response back from the Grandmaster J. We got our response back. It took me a minute because, I had to wake up, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Turned it on, see what was going on, whatnot. Got a couple messages from the brother. Hey, bro, he posted a video. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are truck drivers, you know what I'm saying? So they start their day off early. So I watched the video. I promise you, I think I laughed throughout the whole thing. I promise you, okay? Let me clarify some things for you there, brother, Master J, and to the other brother. Um, Number one, we are not Hotep niggers, okay? We are far from that, okay? We are a collective body in the Pan-African and RBG group. A collective body. Understand that. We are a collective body. I told you that our mission statement was the self-preservation of our culture and our heritage and the protection of the man, woman, and child. Okay? There are many factions within the Pan-African and RBG group, mostly in the Pan-African side, but I belong to the old school one. Okay? Old school. Okay, let me tell you this, brother. Nobody over here is hating on you. So let's remove that false illusion. Let's remove that whole stigmata. Nobody over here is hating on you at all, period. Nobody. What we wanted was to know your agenda. It was very clear. We want to know your agenda. We wanted to know what direction are you taking us here now, and what is your agenda in the middle, and what's your agenda in the end. That's what the question was. Okay? That's what the question was. And within that, there was no hate in that. All I was saying, and what we agreed on as a consensus, is that, look, brother, some of the things that you're posting, bro, you don't need to be posting that mess. Okay? We understand that you're about the Second Amendment. So are we. All we saying is that, yo, bro, you can't train inside of a home, for number one. You can probably break down a gun, you know what I'm saying, clean it up, you know what I'm saying. I mean, that's cool, that's kosher, you know what I'm saying, whatnot. Okay? But the real experience is out there in the elements. Okay? The real experience is out there going through the steps and emotions of learning how to be tactical. Okay? Well, that's what I was projecting anyway. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Before you post stuff, edit it, because everybody's watching. Okay? It was more of a take heed to, my brother, that a lot of people, even our own people are kind of laughing. Okay? And, I mean, but that's our nature. You know, says melanated people. That's our nature. You know, we're going to laugh at each other, and we're going to joke, we're going to clown you, whatnot. Okay? Now, it seems like to me that I struck a nerve when I asked you about that agenda. Are you only going to select your so-called elect? Okay? I understand that the Pan-African, the RBG, Rastas, all those conscious groups are no stranger to the Hebrew Israelite thinking, the way they treat their women. We are no stranger to that misogyny. We are no stranger to that. Okay? And what we asked was one simple question. Will you accept within your ranks the Pan-Africans and the RBGs that do not follow the Hebrew Israelite philosophy rhetoric? And if you're only accepting that, we will know how to proceed after that. Well, in your last video with you and the brother, you want to call us haters, you want to call us moist, you know, or things that come out of our mouth that is moist. Listen, brother, we do spoken word. We don't do no moist stuff. We're not on that gay shit, okay? Period. We don't even think about calling other brothers outside of their sexual nature. It's not a part of our creed, okay? Understand that. But what is a part of our creed is correcting you. Okay? Brother, we didn't show you no hate. When I posted that video, it was not about no hate. I don't hate you. I support you. Really and truthfully. I just want to know your agenda. Just like everybody else within the Pan-African movement and the RBG movement and the African diaspora. We want to know your agenda. Are you trying to bring the Hebrew-like philosophy into the point where you want us to switch or to accept and to bow and to pray the way you do? See, one thing about the Pan-African side is that we're not here to change no one. We want you to maintain your spiritual path. We want you to maintain what keeps you together. We're here for one thing and one thing only: the cultural preservation and the protection of the man, woman, and child, and the social equality of the melanated people. Period. That's it. If you want to make your own compound, and you want to make your own compound of Hebrew Israelites, so be it. Yay. But it's about coming together under one unity. As the Rastas would say, under one einity. Okay? And I love that. I love that philosophy. The I and I principle. So basically what you're saying is that between you and a brother, on your elect, and your basically what we known as the army of Israelites here in America, the godly soldiers of Yahweh. Okay. Now that we know your agenda, we know how to fall. Because our only principal thing of asking the question is that if you do accept us, or this side of the house, because there are many houses in the temple of the Lord. Remember that. You forgot that quote. Okay. We know that this house and this tent is not welcome. You further indicated that you wanted to try to call us Hotep niggas. Listen, we are not that. Okay? Apparently, you and the brother probably ain't been on the streets or in conscious battles, but we are not Hotep niggas. We do not follow Brother Polite. We do not follow Dr. Umar. We don't follow them. Okay? because to us, he's a self-proclaimed leader, prince of Pan-Africanism. We never seen him in the teachings of John Hendrik Clark. Never. We ain't never seen him. We just ignore him. Tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Those who followed him were ones who didn't get introduced to the real thing. Okay? So understand, our main principle was education. Our main principle was to go into these courts, lobby, try to seek justice for our people on all platforms. Okay? And it's sad to see, brother, that you being in the military, and when I looked at your rank, I think you was on sergeant or either staff sergeant, okay? That as a leader, you should have went to NCO school, okay? And in that, they taught you about understanding and learning diversity and how to bring together troops, how to bring together like minds. I mean, we all been a part of the military. You know how that philosophy goes. I shouldn't have to tell you. Okay? But you think we hating on you. We're not here to hate you, brother. We give you nothing but brotherly love. That whole time, that whole video that I posted was nothing but brotherly love. What you had a problem with is me asking about your agenda. That was your problem. And this is why my fellow brothers and sisters within the community, the conscious community, is calling you an agent. This is why they're calling you that. For that very specific reason. It burned you so much for me to ask you that question. You did exactly what the ancestors say you was going to do. Okay? So in that, it seems like you want a religious war within your own people. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I really, truly don't. All I'm saying is that if you were a former military personnel, you got to do better, brother. Since we're not in the military and we're out here as regular civilians, as a brother, get your shit together, bro. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you what you're showing the people. You're showing the people that you are a religious cult. That's what you're showing the people. That you are a religious cult. When you are not versatile and you're only concentrating on one section, you're a religious cult. And nobody is going to follow that for too much longer. Okay? We tilt our hat off to you, brother. You paved the way. You showed us some things. But we will not follow a religious cult. An armed religious cult. We will not do that. What we will follow is an armed militia that is accepting all their brothers and sisters in the protection of our people to patrol our own neighborhoods. That we will do. That we will assist. But we are not here to spread the word of Yahweh. We are not here to spread the word of all of that. Whatever a person practices in their home is in their home. But here's the thing, brother. You're a leader. And you're making your life public. So everything that you do, matter of fact, you was a presidential candidate. You know this. Everything that you do is going to be scrutinized. Everything that you say is going to be scrutinized. So within that, when you speak on certain things, People are going to ask questions because some people don't want to be affiliated with certain things. They have that right. As melanated people, they have that right. If anything, I probably would have thought you would have reached out to a brother and been like, hey, brother, how do we get in contact with these groups? How do we get in contact with these platforms? How do we get in contact with them? You know what I'm saying? How can we? That's what I would have thought. You know, I got to, but I got to give that sister a great shout out. She read them Corey shells right. She read them. So, with that, brother, Grandmaster J, you ain't got to worry about us. You do not have to worry about us. Now, if you need help, hey, as our motto and our creed, we're going to assist, but we're going to keep one eye on you. But we will not be a part of NFAC's religious cult. We won't do that. We will not do that. We refuse to do that. I'm just tickled that you would call us Hotep niggas. I ain't seen one of them boys in a long time. I don't know where they at. Okay? We are Pan-African. We wrap ourselves in kente cloth. We wrap ourselves up in mud cloth. Hell, some of us sleep in it. It's to bond ourselves back to our ancestral roots. We are them root boys. But it seems like you don't want a cohesiveness of Pan-Africans in the U.S. You don't want it. So we're going to fall back. We're just going to watch. And we're going to hear what the elders got to say. Because they still around. Those in that old time movement. Back in the 50s and the 60s. They still here, brother. They still here. They alive and kicking. They still here. So we're going to see what they got to say. And like I said again, to all my brothers and sisters watching this, I'll be posting this in it in all RBG platforms, all Pan-African platforms. And let's come together, let's see what happens. Until then, let me go ahead and get this day started. And may all my brothers and sisters have a wonderful and blessed, highly uplifting, grand rising. May the ancestors protect you. In the words of our ancestors, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-O.